Hey, Doc, go crazy.
Nigga, we made it. Look, mama, I made it.
Yes, we made it. What up?
What up? What's up, man?
What's going on? This is Soultopia Radio. I am Dot Soul. Got my man's JT in here with me. I got a very special guest up in here today. Soultopia always strives on, bringing in new people to us, new people to the community.
Heard you got something, man.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, man. When we bring people in, it's always going to be something.
I never doubted you.
Yeah. I ain't even doubt myself.
Yeah.
Who
you got, man?
So, we got Newman up in here today.
Hey.
Oh my God, Newman! Yay! Damn, that's what I forgot.
What you forget?
I got a new device. It got my applaud and clap and all that. I got one.
We
Yeah.
really made it. Okay.
Yeah, we really did. So, just know next time you on the show.
You got the applause button out there. There you go.
Hey.
Shit, appreciate you for having me, though.
Yeah, man. What's going on with you?
Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day, fucking waking up and grinding.
Yeah. No, I bet, man. Well, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it.
Man, we gonna have a lot to cover. We only got about 30.
All right.
So saying let's get to it. Tell these people about yourself, what you do, what you love to do, what you want to do.
Man, so I'm kind of still, I wouldn't say new to LA at this point. I've been here for 2 years and shit, but I moved here from North Carolina.
What part, man?
So I grew up on the Outer Banks originally. Lived in Asheville for a couple years, and
Nice.
then most recently Chapel Hill, Raleigh area.
Hey.
Shout out Tar Heels.
Yeah, man, it's the alma mater and shit. So what's it called? I fucking moved out here 2 years ago with my friend Shiraz Belushi.
Okay.
He's my videographer and shit.
Nice.
And so we just basically started from the ground up out here, not knowing anybody, and just started building, and essentially just kind of built. I kind of had a foot in the videography, photography realm for a while, and a foot in the artistry, and then started working with Soulja Boy and his crowd for a while.
Nice.
And that's when I kind of switched more so formal to photos and videos. But here recently, probably like, I'd say almost going on a year now, I just kind of switched back to artistry and really was like, made the commitment to fully just go hard as I can artistry wise.
What decided that?
Just, it's always, honestly, I came to LA to be an artist. And I think at the end of the day, like, the opportunities as a videographer and the video opportunities as a photographer, that shit was a blessing. Like, high key, it's fucking mind blowing to be in that situation.
Right.
So when you get that opportunity, you're sitting there like, fuck, should I do the videography and the photography, or should I like just go for the artist shit? So as I kind of like sat there and matured, because Hollywood, like, I feel like you mature a lot being out here, and you mature a lot. The more you in the industry, the more you start to understand, like,
How does it operate?
okay, like this is how these things are gonna move. So as I kind of spent more time in it, and I've been around different people and stuff, I finally got to the conclusion where I was like, man, I'm here. Like, I have this dream of mine that since elementary school, I was recording on my iPhone in my car and shit.
Right.
And I can't let that side of me, like, I can't let that little, like, when I was that age, I can't let that dream down. Like, I gotta take it to the end. Because as a photographer, I felt like I had done it in regards to like what I needed to do to fulfill me in that regard.
Yeah.
So when it came time for the artistry side of it, I was like, it's now or never. Like,
Okay.
and I wanted it more than ever. So then I was just made the transition back to being a full-time artist.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, grinding, man.
Yeah, I mean, LA is it's oversaturated
Oh yeah, facts.
with everything in every kind of like, aspect of art, whatever job, career, LA.
Entertainment capital of the world.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
facts.
entertainment capital of the world. So when you get out here and you do your thing, you must stand out, but you also must be consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency is the main thing.
Facts.
Being too exclusive won't do you no good.
Facts. It's an industry of exclusivity. Like, especially in LA, like, people
Right.
are very exclusive with their stuff.
Right.
That's like something you got to learn, because I'm from the South, so it's like a different social. Like, you just like socialize with people different out here,
Bro.
versus out there. So it's
Bro.
like different.
And this network is too much network out here.
Oh God.
Every day it's something that you can go do
God.
to meet somebody that could either put you in a position to succeed, or you meet somebody and you keep on putting yourself in a position to
Facts.
to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So all right, with all of that, the transition from being a photographer, videographer into being an artist, how do you make people who see
That's
you
what I was gonna ask.
who see you as a videographer, photographer, how do you make them see you as the
It's
artist?
honestly like it naturally kind of happened, to be honest with you, because while I was doing the videography side of it, I'd always keep my social media just pure artistry. So everybody that worked with me knew what type of time I was on from the time they worked with me. And it turned out, like, as things have evolved and as I've kind of made the transition to becoming a full-time artist, like starting a year ago, it's like these people that I was doing videos with, shooting videos for and doing photos for, ended up becoming some of my biggest supporters on the artistry side. And the clients that I had on the videography side ended up turning into working together with music. So it's just like, it naturally just kind of like, because I'm a big person on energy. That's the biggest thing. Is like LA, you get all sorts of energy out here. And I'm like I'm not introverted. I just like, I stay to myself. I'm not Hollywood. Like I really just come out when it's time to come out to situations. And then when I tuck back into the shadows type shit. Like I'm not one to be like, I'm not going to be in the club. He's from the
South. You're from the South.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw a heyday out here in LA. So it's like, if I feel it, it's gonna be good. Like I already know, because I can read the energy from a mile away.
Right.
So it's like, that's the biggest thing for me, is like living in this city, like just kind of talking with people, building connections with people is more than just like some superficial shit. Like me and you known each other for like 5 months, talking back and forth, never met, but I already know like just off the energy alone that whatever comes out of the relationship here,
it had to be good for this guy, man. You spent 5
it's
months,
a blessing, bro. I was telling him, he's honestly the first person to ever like genuinely reach out on just some like just a pure genuine energy. And he was the first one to give me opportunities that even people from my hometown never were able to give me, in terms of like just radio and just like plays and shit. So that's why I say I'm eternally grateful for him, just for the opportunities and just the pure love he showed me from the jump.
Look, what I'm gonna say is this: Soultopia, that's what we about. Hey,
got me feeling pride from Halifax County. You know
hey, come on, man. Look, from the jump, that's what we've really like strived on. You know, to like really do is bring, community together, bring new artists into the community that we have. You know what I'm saying? And another fan base. It's a beautiful thing.
Only way to make noise, man.
Yeah. I mean, of course, everybody be like, I did this on my own, got it from the mud up. But most of that's not really true. Like, people get it from the mud, mentally and emotionally, within themselves. Cool, but to get to certain levels, you're gonna need a solid team, just solid people, solid, just solidness around you. JT been solid, Pop's been solid, you've been solid since we met. So yeah, man, bring you on here and just let you do your thing. Another, a little bit down the line, let you do a, whole episode. You take over, do your own music, play whatever you want.
We still good on time? We still good?
I think so. Yeah. We gonna get this.
I want to know though, what was the moment for you where you go, all right, this wasn't for nothing, where you feel like certain people, because this is Hollywood, this is LA, California. So what was your moment that said, you know what, all right, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I just came from this and now I'm doing music, because it's
honestly like, it's the natural feel of everything. Like nothing has ever felt forced for me, and the stuff, the opportunities that have arisen have all naturally unfolded. Like, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, but like I want to just like, Green Tea Studios is one of the first people, the group of people that reach out to me.
Green Tea, shout out to them.
Yeah, bro. But Barry, the manager, he reached out to me. Is one of the first people that reached out to me when I was in LA. And it's just like, yo, what's up, bro? I fuck with your sound. Let's get you in the studio and let's just see. And at first, like, I was skeptical, because obviously, like, I'm always skeptical about shit off the rip. But the more I met Barry and the more I kind of work with him and like realized he's a very similar thinker to me, we started building that connection, and that's where I met the engineer. His name's Yoni, that works out of that studio.
Nice. Okay.
So about a year and a half, 2 years ago, as soon as I got to LA, me and him locked in, and we've been working ever since. So I'm such a big like fan of those guys, because those, like I said, coming from where I come from in regards to like the certain side of the industry. Like I said, I've been an artist for a while, but doing the videography and the photography is like, bro, I have such an appreciation for people that do the stuff behind the scenes, because I honestly, for me, I'm nothing without people like this guy, people like engineers, videographers, like bro, I would not be
what's my bro name right there?
Lion.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to Lion and shout out to Mr. Marshall.
But like, it's just people like that, man. Like that's the real. Those are the real winners. Like my brother Shiraz that do my videos too. Like this man started working with me when I sounded like dog shit. High key, like bro. I looked at
that's when it counts.
yeah, but I looked at my stuff back then. I'm like, man, bro. Like how the hell you want to do videos with me for? But like that's just it evolved, man. And that's kind of what got us to this point. It's just those people like. I just build with those people, man. That's really what means the most to me.
That's incredible.
As of right now, is there anything or any place you performed at right now, like in the area that was kind of like a good moment for you?
Before we get to that question, we gonna take a little break. We gonna come back to that one. All right, shit, you gonna remember that one, JT?
I might. I mean, hey, we got a vibe.
Yeah, no, we got the whole show going. Hey, yeah, this Soultopia Radio, Newman, JT, Soul. Don't know what episode number we on. Pops will let me know though. Bless up. Yay.
Hop out, please don't know you won't like it. I can never fade, what's the cost? I've been on enough for days with the same look of loss. Punching back and forth, my fucking race setting off. Another day, what's the cost? You in the way, I'm taking off. Whoa, been here before. Thoughts up in my head and now my body's on the floor. I said, whoa, thought it's a war. Everything evolving, I can see oh, what's the story. Whoa, been here before. Thoughts up in my head and now my body's on the floor.
And we are back. Soultopia Radio.
Episode 20.
Yeah, 20. See, I told you Pops would get us right.
Get it right.
Like, I be lost sometimes.
Hey, I think all of us, man.
Yeah, you know. Man. But hey, welcome back. I'm Soul. This is JT. We got Newman in here with us. JT had a really, really great question before we went into break.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I was asking the homie, so what was like, shout out to Barry, right?
Yeah, Barry, yeah.
What was one of the first like gigs you guys like, you worked on that had, you know?
We just been on, I mean, a lot of it's just been like a lot of low-key venues. Before I left North Carolina, I was doing like, I did a headline at a club as well. But a lot of just been like the low-key underground. Because honestly, like, my sound is it's hard to describe. It's very like, it's different. I feel like it's not rap. It's like there's aspects that are rap, but it's not. It's like, I'd say it's a mix between rap, pop, and like rock.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll lean more on the rock side. Sometimes it'll lean more on the pop side. Sometimes it'll be more of the rap. But it's not what you would expect from someone coming from the South, which is
teasing my ears, man. Like I got to hear.
He got some stuff. I actually think I might have played you some stuff.
Okay. When
you were at the house. Cause I think you had sent it to me.
Yeah.
While I was with you, one of the last time you came to the crib.
I'm feeling the energy, man. Cause you know, it's not I hate to be that type of person, but we're around a bunch of talented people.
Yeah,
bro. So
I understand.
When I keep hearing your name pop up, and I'm like, yo, I can't wait. Like, so I'm excited to hear the
music.
Oh yeah,
yeah. When I get done making like the actual like mix for this show, it's gonna be this mix for this show is gonna be 30 minutes of pure heat, and then 30 minutes for the interview. So
if you could try it, okay. So like rap mix pop with some hip hop, of course. Is there any like are there any artists you would like to work with a combination like that, or you have a
It's really like it's funny because it's like there's a bunch of different artists, but a lot of them are like no longer with us and shit. Like honestly, Juice was a huge inspiration, man. And it's like the music was good, but it was more so him as a person.
Okay.
Like it was more what he stood for and then more what he represented. Like he really, because for me, my music is like very emotionally based. Like I'm a very like I feel what I say basically. It's not like for me. I've been through some shit when it comes to like. Similar, like I'd say emotionally similar to him in the sense that like I had a recent album I dropped. It's called Lust Issues. Okay. It's out now everywhere. So definitely listen to that shit. But like
y'all heard him.
Yeah, definitely tune into that shit. But essentially like that album is about a relationship with the girl. The relationship lasted for like 2 years and shit. But I had planned a vacation with her to Miami. Everything was going like beyond fine. Like I was like, this is the one. Just moving. And then 30 minutes before my flight left to Miami, she pulled out of my life forever. She was like, I can't go. I was like, fuck. So then what I ended up doing is I went by myself. Okay. And I wrote my first single, first single off the project, what's it called? Wayside.
All right.
Wrote that shit in the airport terminal, after that situation, I made her drop me off to the airport. It's like, should you take an Uber? I'm like, no, you taking me to the airport.
Yeah, no, you
like,
gonna take
like,
you taking me.
Yeah,
write this lyric.
Like, at least take me to the airport. I mean, I was distraught. I ain't gonna lie, I was distraught as hell. So I got to the airport, wrote that song, went to Miami by myself, and then made an album as I was recovering from that relationship. Like, as I was going through the thoughts of like, why the fuck because it literally like just happened. I was like, what the fuck? So it's like that album, I made it as I experienced it. So that album, track 1 through 10, is just a straight chronological order of recovery from that event and documentation of it.
Has she heard that yet? Has she heard it?
I'm sure she has, but I don't talk that shit. I don't know.
Press forward.
Yeah, she will if she had.
Hey, man, we just got to keep on pressing forward.
That's the name of the game, man.
Don't even let them spin the block.
Nah, hell no, bro. Shit, you got to keep trucking.
No, absolutely.
Name of the game.
All right, so emotion-based music, you know, situation-based stuff. What have these, you know, recent situations? Where do these recent situations have you right now when it comes to your music?
Blessed, honestly. Like, that's really the biggest thing. Like, not taking anything for granted. I've been, like I said, in doing photography and videography at the highest level, you've been in the situations before that you starting to go through. So it's like you're not new to it, and it's like, if anything, you learn on the one side of it, kind of what to expect going into it on a different side of it, and you gain a respect for it.
Right.
So it's like, for me, I don't take anything for granted. Like, everything's really a high key of fucking blessing in my mind. Like, it's just opportunities that present themselves. It's all like, it's just thankfulness, bro. That's really what it comes down to. Like, the situations, and as low as I've been in recent like years, like, to be able to get this far is like doing justice to myself, but to people like my family and shit too. Like, I do it for everybody, bro. Especially like being able to go home to North Carolina and still see my family. Like, it's like, hey, that's a blessing alone, but also it's a matter of like, I got to get them like in a situation, bro. Like, it's not like, fuck all the fame shit. Like, you gotta make it happen, man. It's the purpose behind my shit is not to be famous. The purpose of my shit is to be fulfilled.
Right.
That's really what the biggest thing comes down to for me. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people miss that. You know, it's not fame, but, you know, fulfillment.
They start us out young though, man.
Yeah, you know
nothing but bright lights.
Bright lights, Hollywood life. Well, for, you know, musicians at least, you know, dudes, you know, all the women, drugs, and what glam, and, you know, high life, you know, that could really, most people want that, you know, before they actually want to like make a song. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or like even connect with like a fellow artist. They want the glitz and glam of all of this, you know, of all of it before even putting any work in. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, I don't know. A lot of music hasn't been truthful to me, you know, as of late. But
bro, the assembly line is right outside.
Man,
shout out to them. They write checks. Shout out to them. They do write checks.
Man, they is right down the street.
They right there.
But you know, just the way that, you know, music and just art and even just the world is going right now, it's good to hone in on the people that are really like genuine and then about it, and that want to keep on connecting with just others, because, you know, well, we could be doing this, you know, today, and then tomorrow it could all be gone. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, what have you done to, like, you know, leave your mark, you know, in people's lives and whatnot? You know,
we definitely make them, man.
Yeah, come on, man. We gotta make this happen, man. Like,
there's no other way. Honestly, there's no other way to do it but to do it. To be honest with you, there's no other option. Like, for me, there is not another option. Like, this is it, man. This is it. You got any? It's gotta happen. Like, it's just there ain't no plan B. Like, it's like it's either this or nothing.
No, we here, bro.
Yeah, facts.
We here all the way.
No, absolutely. So, if you had to choose between these two people, it was like, all right,
everybody got choices.
Yeah, everybody got choices. So it was like, all right, you got a feature with, you know, you got two options, but you going to choose one to feature on your next big record that'll get up out of here.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So,
what you gonna hit them with? What you got?
All right, I'm gonna hit you with one. Probably be a little random. Trippy.
Okay.
Trippie Redd. Let's see who's the next one. Trippie Redd, or shoot, Yeat.
Trippie Redd, are you Trippie Redd or Yeat?
Yeah, who we listening to now? You hear Trippie Redd or Yeat going crazy right now? Because, all right, not to say that the recent records you sent me are really like high. It's full of life and energy.
Yeah.
Okay. They're really full of it. Like, and they're crazy. Sound great.
So you definitely get that when you say trippy. That's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So like you know the can't feel it damn thing. Yeah, that shit, them beats is going crazy. So if you had to choose, he's hot right now. He's that dude right now.
Yeah.
You know, Trippy been here.
Facts.
For that record, you had two options. It was like, all right, you could pick who you closing your eyes and picking.
Trippy. Hands down, man. Like I fuck with Yeat like a motherfucker too. I ain't gonna lie. Like especially my friend, like me and my friends have been bumping Yeat nonstop. But it's like Trippy, bro. Like especially just seeing his aesthetic and seeing where he's come from, and like he's a legend in this shit, high key. Like
Ohio.
Yeah, bro. Like legend, bro. He's been around people don't give that man enough credit, to be honest with you. Like he really has been in this shit for a second.
It's
coming up. I feel like
it's
coming up.
Like and the projects he been dropping, got like be having like 30 records on him.
Yeah,
like, dang,
he's still working. Yeah,
that's a lot of music.
Yeah, oh God.
That's a lot of music. So look, we're gonna take one more break.
Hell yeah.
After this break,
all right,
we're gonna get into the rest of the interview. But you know how that goes. Right? All right. Love you guys. Thank you always. I'm Dot Soul. This is Newman. It's JT. Soultopia Radio.
Hell yeah.
Always in range. Life full of no's. Like on a show. She got pretty friends. I'm not one of those. 1,500 plans. And a lot to go. Just know who I am. Just know keep them close. Life full of no's. Like on a show. She got pretty friends. I'm not one of those. 1,500 plans. And a lot to go. Who I am, just don't keep them close. I got how to mask.
Transfer slants from the flow too. Believe I'll show you.
Yeah, I don't even know about this song. What the heck? I remember. Let me see. Story time.
Oh shit.
All right. So y'all remember when the BET Awards first happened?
What you mean, like?
Yeah, what do you mean, like first happened first?
Like the first ever BET Awards weren't always a thing. Like you have
put me on game. Hold on.
Oh God, like
all right.
That's what I don't know.
All right. So the first BET Award, I believe, was like in 2000, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I remember because Eve was up there. It was 2000. It was after the Lakers-Sixers finals.
Oh wow.
I remember because Eve was up there on stage with her Iverson jersey.
Shout out to Chuck.
Oh shit.
But yeah, shout out to Bubba Chuck.
Oh God.
You know I'm from Newport News.
Man,
right?
that's your guy. I know that.
Yeah,
I know that. That's your guy. This song had just dropped.
Okay.
And she had just performed it in that Iverson jersey, looking so right.
All right.
I was in the Bahamas. Like, look at Eve go. I'm an Eve fan. Young kid. Like, dang.
That was the first BET Award.
That was the very, very first BET Awards.
Yeah.
Shout out for knowing that, man.
Oh,
Yeah, man,
God,
you know.
bro, that shit crazy.
Because I was like, oh, a new award show. And it's BET. Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit took off too. I didn't realize it started in 2000.
What? BET Awards, and now it's just BET Awards all the time now.
I feel ashamed, man, because I'm big bro, man. I ain't even know that, man.
Nah, you know.
Hey, bro.
I feel like I just get ready to walk in 2000.
Oh, man, you know. Bro, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
he wouldn't understand. Yeah,
So I guess he wouldn't know what to do.
cognizant of the shit.
I feel disappointed because I'm a graduate of 01. So the fact that you telling me this, I'm like, damn. Where was I at, man?
That's a good question because I remember where I was. I was like, dang, this blue Iverson jersey Eve got on with these heels looks good to me in my young age.
That's one thing I say that when you said Chuck in the finals, I was like, okay, I understand that, but I don't know who else would be BET.
Right. Soultopia Radio, we back. Sorry for our randomness. No, I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry for
We
nothing.
here, man.
I ain't sorry. It's my show.
We got one of them guys. Too, man.
Yeah, we got Newman up in here.
What's up, man? Shit.
He's been dropping some gems, being a great guest on this show.
But let me, because Newman's become like little by little, become like my brother. So so I gotta, if you don't mind me to ask, because I feel like this is part of our artistry.
Oh yeah, you good.
If those who don't know, what is your ethnicity? Your
I'm just white.
Just white.
Caucasian. Yeah.
But let's put it out. Let's put it out there. And I say that because the type of music he does, it has to stand out. It has to be
Has to.
recognized. Do you feel like that's a battle, or is it just someone as myself from the outside? We pay too much attention to it. Do you feel like it is something that you go through, or is it just we just have too much wrapped around? It's not that serious.
I mean, honestly, it's funny because I get a lot of people telling me that I be making music that's different. Like people be saying that like I'm very original and I'm very unique, and that's just what people tell me. But in reality, like I never really even like looked at it that way. I'm just kind of like I just made music and then people just be saying it.
Right.
So I was like I always get mentally in my head in regards to like trying to be like original, but I'm like, man, stop that mental shit.
Right.
Like just keep doing you.
Yeah,
It's work. Like and that's gonna happen that way.
Because if I may say, for those who don't know, Newman's a very big deal, and he's associated with some very big people. We can't even say. But,
Oh yeah, you got something big coming up soon.
Exactly. So if you knew, if you know, you know. But that's right. Okay.
Yeah, the fans you got right now, they know. They know you a
Right.
big deal. And piggybacking off of that, like for some reason, skin color plays a lot in what goes on around this world.
Thanks.
Now, like, in this certain industry, that's this dominated by certain groups of people. When it comes to that, and knowing that you have to put out, knowing that you can't be mediocre, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you can't be mediocre, where do you find that motivation and just that pull? Because I know that you said that there's no other option, but you're a human. We're all humans, and I know it gets I know sometimes it gets to that point where you're just like, So where do you pull? Where do you constantly pull that motivation from, and all of that?
I mean, honestly, like it's crazy because for the longest time, it's like I think it's really just comes out. It just sounds cliche as fuck to be honest with you, but it's like my heart, bro. Like really, what it comes down to at first, and for the longest time, when I first came here, especially from North Carolina, I used to think that was my biggest weakness. I was getting taken advantage of left and right. I was getting absolutely shit on
From the South.
Just because I was
Just
going out of my way for
naive.
people, and it was just
Okay,
not.
right.
That was just kind of taking people for face value and just like realizing that that's not how the shit work out here.
Right.
But so for a while, I was like at an all-time low. Like, man, fuck
Can't find
fuck this
nothing
hard
that's
shit. Why the
genuine,
fuck can
yeah.
I be like a fucking like? Why can't I be on some like just
cold
front
heart,
shit? Like,
like cold, just doing it. I understand,
facts. Why can't I just be this cold-hearted motherfucker? Just be going in here and just like, fuck this shit. Like,
Understood.
And then as I kind of grew and I learned and like I've experienced it, and trial by error is like that's the story of my life. Like
Man.
to be honest with you, if you saw how many times I failed, and I wish there was a way to like convey how low and how little resources I've had, like even over the like a year, even just as soon as a year and a half ago, like being at the all-time low and realizing like motherfuckers really only eating ramen, like dead ass, bro.
Ramen.
And it's like in LA, knowing like a couple people not having hardly any money and like being like, how the fuck am I getting studio money for the next week?
Bro,
type shit.
welcome. That's why I tell you welcome. I've been here 11 years. Man.
Yeah, so you know.
I've been here about 15.
Yeah, so
so-
see, and from somebody coming from North Carolina, I'm like, because North Carolina, the people be complaining about $3 gas right now. I'm like, man, come on, guy. Like,
$3 gas. Yeah, wait.
Good old days.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Just $3 gas there right now.
Yeah, it was like 3 something when I
Look,
went to.
y'all heard that $3 gas over there? What? We wish it was $3
God.
here in
So when I
LA.
got back, I'm like, man, see, it's like it's almost $7.
In my mind, I'm devising a plan to hustle now, get gas from there to over here.
What? Yeah, man, we're gonna have to make a new play.
Yeah, man. I'm serious too.
Shoot, we might have to take that one out the show so they don't know about that one.
$3 gas? What? Hey. If I'm paying $3,
I
that
know,
means you
man.
pay. I'm gonna leave that
Okay.
alone.
Yeah.
That's a hustler's mentality.
Unless you family, unless we
Got it.
cut you a little deal, you know what I'm saying?
God.
But no, that's real because I'm, myself, JT, Mr. Marshall, Lion, like we're artists, and we know how it goes, when that that swing and it's at the bottom point, you know what I'm saying, on its way back up.
And
You
that's
know
what
what I mean?
that's what gives you. I feel like that's what makes you appreciate though, like the moment.
Right.
Like, regardless of what happens from here going forward, like you just appreciate the moment for that because you know how it feels to be at a level to where you got nothing going for you and you really your biggest focus is making enough money to fund studio time the next week. After you get past that point, then it's like anything up from that, like you never want to take a moment for granted ever. Like
Ever.
as fast as people passing nowadays, as fast as life moving, you blink an eye, you already like 60, 70, 80, 90 years old and it's
Man.
over with. So
Right.
why the fuck not risk it all?
Right.
We too,
No,
I
you
mean, we
hear
only
that,
get
bro.
older day by day. So
You
it's
hear
like,
California, you hear
so
it,
like
bro.
what the fuck are we like not taking a risk for? Like that's really what it comes down to. Like, because at the end of the day, we get one life, man. And that's my perspective and that's my philosophy. So that's like you gotta make it count. If you're not, then shit. What's the
you
fucking point?
definitely focus, bro. I would just say, not that you need it, man, but just always know, man. We here.
Appreciate
So
it,
the only
man.
thing you do, I would just stress to you over and over. Whenever you're amongst anybody, just shut shit down. That's how we separate ourselves from out here. Everybody is somebody from their area or doing something, but you know how it is out here.
Oh yeah.
The only way to separate yourself, whether you white, black, Asian, whatever, just shut shit down. So every time you're doing your music, bro, give the best fucking performance they've ever seen.
Appreciate
I
you,
promise
bro.
you. And that's what separates everybody, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, whether it's, you know,
Yeah,
room
it's
with 2 people or 20,000, you know what I'm saying? Same energy always.
Thanks.
You know, you're always welcome here on Soultopia.
Appreciate it, man.
You know, where can these people find you? Like,
So yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's NWMN official. So it's my last name without the vowels. So Newman NWMN official on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all that.
Please
good
go follow.
shit.
Please go follow.
yeah,
and just
that
Newman.
means
And-
follow.
Facts. And just Newman on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good shit as well. Like I said,
Yeah.
new album Lust issues out now, and a lot of big things coming this upcoming month.
Yeah,
so I'm
and-
excited, man.
And it's heat. I don't bring nobody on here that
Right,
ain't heat.
appreciate it, man.
Trust me.
That's why I can't wait to hear
Yeah.
music, man. That's why
Trust
I'm
me,
like, okay.
trust me. And y'all gonna hear some of his new stuff. We're gonna drop a couple tracks in the mix and whatnot. This is gonna be hard because I've been feeling real creative lately.
Let's have fun for the summer.
Yeah,
bro.
I've been practicing.
yeah,
I've been practicing
them
my
levels.
mix. I've been practicing my mixing. I've been practicing my mixing. Hey, Soultopia Radio. I'm Dot Soul. Who are you?
I go by JT.
Who are you?
What's up, man? Newman.
All right. And again, we appreciate you for being on the show.
Appreciate you, man. For real.
That is our time today.
You're
Yep, we will be back. What's it? Happy Monday to y'all.
can I say something?
Yeah, say something.
Shout out to everybody, the Soultopia family in general. Thank you for so much for all y'all for tuning in, your love and support. I want to say a big shout out too to my sister Nettie.
Yeah.
She goes by A Girl Made This. She was recently put in an article as female producers you need to know.
Need to know.
A Girl Made This. Also shout out to Deja Vu, but my sister Nettie, big things, Triangle Park. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
y'all. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So again, Newman, thank you. JT, thank you. Lion, thank you. Mr. Marshall, thank you.
Newman, you my new bro.
Yeah.
Man,
You're my
that's
bro,
it.
bro.
Hell yeah.
We here,
Appreciate
man.
you,
That's
bro.
what I like. Let's keep on
Appreciate
connecting
you.
these dots. All right. Soultopia Radio, we out. Love y'all. West.
Petty on my petty on my petty on my waist. Confetti out, confetti out, confetti out, replace. Hug on the things that I told you. Shorty out of line from behind with the old dude. Petty and a petty and a petty and a waist. Taking Eddie after Eddie after Eddie after space. Up high, can't control you, can't control me. Wanna hold you. When the time comes, I let go too. When the mind runs, got an old boo. Yeah, won't lie, I got old views. Wanna shade me, wanna stay too. When the rhymes come, she gon' come through. When the signs love, she gon' undo.